What's up, world? This is Alexander. PlayTime was a PlayTime KSI time. Give you a full NXT recap. NXT exclusively on the WWE Network. This is NXT 358, October 12, 2016. Full Sail University, Orlando, Florida. Tom Phillips, Corey Graves are your commentators. Gave you 4 matches tonight. And this was a pivotal episode, in my opinion, for NXT. A lot of surprises. Their first match was the Glorious 10. Bobby Roode, Ty Dillinger versus Sanity. Sanity finally showed up after all of these weeks of promos after promos after promos. Well, Sanity are 4 people in masks, in hoodies. And I knew something was wrong already with this match because as soon as the bell rung, Bobby Roode didn't have his robe off, and they immediately two of the 4 Sanity members attacked Ty Dillinger and just start whooping on him. Referees did not get control of the match immediately either. So they whooped on him for a little bit before one of the members decided to go to the corner and hold on the rope to get tagged in. So they just whooping on Ty, and the Perfect 10 is absorbing all of these licks, and he finally able to kind of crawl towards the direction of Bobby Roode, but Sanity looks at Bobby Roode, and Bobby Roode backs off. He doesn't take off that robe. He jumps off the ring apron and he just backs away. So of course, Sanity beat up on Ty a little bit more. They did a cool tag team tandem move. You know, I love those, where it was kind of like a suplex from one guy and like a power slam from the other guy. I don't know what they call it, but I'm curious to know what they're going to coin that. That was the end of it. Sanity wins. So you still had the 2 big guys from Sanity kind of, you know, gloating and beating up on Ty a little bit. Then the shortest of the 4 come in and start jumping on Ty. They pull off the short person, and the short person reveals that it's a she. She pulls off her mask, pulls off her hoodie, and that person's name is Nikki Cross. The 2 big people that beat him up was Sawyer Fulton and Alexander Wolf. You know, I like Wolf because his name is Alexander. Quite biased in that one. Then they pulled off Nikki Cross again, and the last person with the hood and the mask on picks up Ty and do a cool neck breaker, swing around type move on him and lay Ty out. He takes off his mask and hoodie, and who is it? It's Eric Young. Haven't seen Eric Young since Samoa Joe destroyed him when he just popped up that one time. So it's great to see him, you know, and that I can't wait to see what Sanity does. I've been an Eric Young fan for quite a bit now, so I'm glad to see him back and glad to see him in the NXT universe. Then they did an interview with Billie Kay. You know, her and Royce Payton, they laughed about Liv Morgan getting beat up so handily by Asuka and getting kind of injured, and she's getting interviewed about her having to face Liv Morgan today, and she laughed about that and did a couple of disparaging remarks, and of course says that she's going to make it longer so she can have fun, you know, beating her up this time. She's going to enjoy beating up Liv Morgan. And then they did an interview with Bobby Roode as he's, you know, just, you know, quickly moving around the back. And he was like, "What? Why are you looking at me like that? Ty Dillinger, it's his fault we lost. You know, he's the perfect loser." He's like, he practically begged me to be in this tag tournament. You know, I'm a singles competitor. I don't do tag matches. You know, he begged me. He's a perfect loser. Hilarious. If you don't get it, look at my last recap and you'll know why it is. Your second match, you had Billie Kay with Peyton Royce ringside, of course, versus Liv Morgan. I have to admit that both competitors actually did improve this week. They were a little bit more fluid. You know, they still are kind of choppy, though. You know, I need them to work on their stamina and actually getting longer routines against each other together. But their transitions were very good with each other. But, you know, their action is still kind of slow. Of course, Royce played a role in distracting Liv Morgan because, of course, Billie Kay keep mentioning that she doesn't have any friends. So, Peyton Royce actually, grabbed her leg, got unfocused. Billie Kay gave Liv a super kick, and that was the end of that. She got the boot to the face. 1, 2, 3. Match was a 2 out of 5. It was just an average match. Then they did a recap of Mr. CN attacking Cedric Alexander after their tag team loss with the Dusty Classic. And of course, they showed that video of CN after the fact, where he started off in English and then ended up in Spanish, and he was just asking, who is Cedric Alexander? I'm the man. That's essentially what he was saying. So, you can see that on the WWE.com or the network. I'm sure that they'll show more of that in the future. Third match, you had TM61 versus Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. They started off with an interview of explaining why Moss and Tino decided to team up, and then it was like a decent back and forth action between both teams. The crowd seemed to be split with the local favorite Tino guy. They kept mentioning that both Tino and Moss were former NFL players, and that Tino signed several NFL contracts, so he's rich and all that type of stuff. The crowd was back and forth with them. They was chanting, contrary chants towards each other. In the grand scheme of things, this was a decent 2 out of 5 match. Experience won out. Thunder Valley on Tino, TM61, they win. Then they let you know that Rich Swann and No Way Jose will be teaming up to take on Tony Nese and Drew Gulak next week to continue the first round of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Your fourth and final match is Buddy Murphy versus Wesley Blake. They've been going at each other for a little bit. Former tag team champions, former tag team partners. Alexa Bliss left them. She's on to the main roster over there in SmackDown Live, and they've been, just been nipping at each other for a good bit now. So they had a match against each other. I was actually shocked that they did not really go at each other that hard. It was actually an average match until Samoa Joe showed up and started beating them both up. And I know I'm not the only one that thought that they weren't giving their all, because as soon as Samoa Joe started beating them up, the crowd started chanting, "Thank you, Joe." It really was just an average match until Samoa Joe showed up and beat them up. So it's really a no contest between the two, but Samoa Joe made it good. Then what it even made it a better scenario, of course, he grabbed the mic and said, "Time's up. Either you deliver Shinsuke Nakamura to me, or give me back my title, William Regal." So, of course, what happened? No, William Regal didn't come out there and address it at all. Shinsuke music hits. Crowd go nuts. Shinsuke come out and he have on the neck brace. Crowd still go nuts. Shinsuke rips off the neck brace and throw it on the ground. Then he run to the ring. They start scrapping. You start hearing booing. You know why? Because security comes in, separate them. Hey, they start fighting the security guards off. Shinsuke started fighting the security guards off and keep attacking Joe. And they finally get Shinsuke to the back. He fight off those security guards. He comes back out, fighting Samoa Joe. Crowd loving it. Samoa Joe walks out. Crowd hates that. Samoa Joe eventually start fighting guards, and then he attacks Shinsuke. They make it back in the room, and Kinshasa to Samoa Joe. He's knocked out, and Shinsuke Nakamura is he looks like he's a little bit vindicated. We'll see what's going to happen. Check WWE.com, click on NXT, and you actually will know what transpired from that. I'm not going to take away the clicks from the WWE.com and their people. Click on there and you'll see what became of Samoa Joe getting knocked out by the Kinshasa. Subscribe to PlayTimeCares.com. I do more than just wrestling recaps. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Playtime Cares. Hey, find me on all social media. It's always Playtime Cares. Playtime out.